Okay, so got some more new bits for the bike. Got brake pads front and rear, new number plate, and these little micro indicators. So we're going to start by doing the indicators again, taking the panels off and then taking the seat off. Probably not going to film as much this time. $10mm for the seat. Remove the seat. And these wires are for the indicators. These two go into these, and these go into there. Oh fuck, sorry seat. So yeah, I'm just going to test that the indicators light up before I go to all the fucking effort of putting everything on. Hold them on there though. They're bright enough. So we're going to strip all of this back, take these off, and then put these ones on. And in comparison size, in comparison to the stock indicator, it's quite a difference. I just undone the indicator, little bolt on the back of there, and there he is. There's a right and a wrong way of doing this, and this is the wrong way. You get a knife and you cut the wire. Yeah, there the indicator wires are there. The bolt just, there's the bolt. So now it's just a repeat on the other side, which is okay. So indicators test fitted. It is tiny. It's very tight getting the thread in. There's not really enough thread to do it up, but we're gonna live with it. We're gonna make our work. So yeah, just going to get the other one on now and then tighten them up a little bit. So the indicators are just being fitted. What I've done is sort of squished it down in the rubber so they're nice and tight, and use a bit of Loctite on the nut to make sure that it doesn't come off. Now we're just about to do the wiring. So number plate's on, the indicators are on. Unfortunately the indicator relay does not like the indicators very much, as they are LED as opposed to a conventional bulb, so they flash like fuck. So I will be ordering a relay tonight. So I'm just putting everything back on, seat and the panels. Then I'm going to attempt to change the front brake pads, as the previous owner has rounded off the screws that hold the brake pad in. So I'm going to have to use Torx drive, bash that in. I'll show you how that's done, and try and remove it that way. But other than that, oh, and then do a quick oil and filter change, because I haven't done that while I've had the bike. So yeah, just going to get the panels on and we'll be doing the brakes. Okay, so these two bolts hold the caliper. These two bolts hold the caliper on, and these two bolts hold the pads in. Now this is what's gone on the front. It's a 5mm Allen key bit. I previously got these out and cleaned them up and copper slipped them so they would be easy to remove. As these rear ones always go, but it's a really common problem, and the fronts don't normally go, so I didn't even think about doing it. So, and my luck being someone's rounded the front one off, so that's not good. But yeah, I should be able to sort it, hopefully. Someone's also rounded this bolt off, well, not completely, but you can see it's starting to go. Now the new brake pads that I bought, just ones off eBay. 22 quid for the set, front and rear, pyramid parts, never had a problem with them. Caliper comes off like that. These two should come off. Just sort of use the Allen key as a puller. Yeah, they're quite fucked. Close the disc though. The disc isn't in the best of condition, but the disc will live. Make sure not to get grease or oil on the actual friction surface of the pad. Now, hold that there. Oh, I was hoping that wasn't going to be seized. Well, not seized, just tight. Don't do this. Yeah, he's tight. And I don't think I'll have enough room to get these in. No, not a chance. Okay, so if you need to put your piston back into the caliper and you don't have a piston wind back tool, you can actually use a G-clamp. So you get one edge of it on the piston, one edge of it on the back, and then slowly tighten it. And as you can see, the piston goes back in. Lovely. That's all we need. See, the piston's now flush. So if you get the brake pads, line them up. And you get your bolts. So this can be a bit tricky. If I get both in. Then you can sort of use the two lugs to slide this one onto. Like that. Grab us a copper slip there. Good tip to use to stop these from seizing up is use a bit of copper grease. Put a little bit on the threads. And that will make it a hell of a lot easier for removal next time. Now, you pull the piston, you get a little bit of gap in between, like that. Slide that over the disc. Line the two bottom bolts up. Once again, I'm going to put a bit of copper slip on those. I'm going to be quite generous with it. My dad would probably kill me if he seen me use that much. I've got to be very careful with mine, as the bolts are slightly rounded. Just got a bit of play in there. Once again, copper slip. That one goes in the front. I'm doing this before I tighten those up, so I'll have a better leverage on them. Because these bolts are quite easy to replace. Don't overdo them. Whereas the ones that hold the pads in are an absolute nightmare to try and get hold of. Make sure it starts off. So you're not going to cross-thread anything. Get it just snug. And then make sure that you pump your brake pedal. And as you do so, you can see the piston will come back out. And that's how you change your rear brake pads. Now the front's going to be a bit more of a task to do. But yeah, at least I won't have to worry about it. Let me know in the comments whether you like this kind of tutorial video. I'm gonna tighten my chain in a minute as well and grease that up. So now on to do the front brake. So doing an oil change. Just cracked off this bolt. The engine's warm. It's always crucial to have a warm engine while doing an oil change. Oil doesn't look too good. Please don't go on the frame. Drizzling out. So now I'm going to leave that to drain for as long as possible. So, this is the situation. This is a 5mm. Fits just in that one with a bit of play. The bottom one, however, has got too much play to undo. Now I was going to use a torque bit and bash that in, but I don't think I'm going to need to because I've got a 5.5 Allen key, which is quite tight, so I'm going to hit that in and then try and turn it out. Got another. Should be using a hammer for this. We're not having any luck. So it's going to have to be a torque bit. You can see I've whacked the star bit in. Have just cracked it off. Just managed. Shame. Because now it's going to be an absolute fucking try and get a replacement. So that's why. Some dickhead thought it'd be a good idea to fucking Loctite it. Top one I had no issues with. Always want. Fucking thing. Yeah, I'll put this in size. Right. Hold him there. So as you say, that is a 12. I don't know. Bloody hell, they're nicely copper slipped up. That wasn't me either. They've got loads of meat on them. Yeah. Bit, they're not wearing evenly though. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sand these back just to get rid of the glazing and put them back in. Okay, so while the oil was draining, I've been doing all of this. I've sanded the old pads down, got rid of all the glazing, as they've still got loads of meat on them. There's no point putting new ones in. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to reuse this dodgy bolt for the minute, so I've sanded it down to get all the corrosion off and copper slipped it. Hold on there, Dad. So. This really is such a shit design. Right. Bear with me. Do this one up very lightly. Someone's going down the road when what sounds like it's running very shit. Once again, copper slip the bolt, especially around the threads. I feel like this is going to be quite a long video. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. I'm pretty sure I've already said that this video, but yeah, let me know. Let's see what the 5.5 is taking that. Just a bit too big. Once again, I'll tighten those up once they're actually on the bike. Now, slide over like that. Just snug it up gently. And as for the bottom one, you've got to be really careful. That'll do. And pump the lever. So now, while we're waiting for this to drip, I'm just going to check the lever, check the brake works and everything. Okay, so doing the oil filter now. Make sure you loosen these evenly. So if I remember, it's on a spring. Try not to create a mess either. Here comes the mess. There's the spring I was on about. That pushes into the filter. Now I'm going to leave that ring on there if I can. That's fucked. Get a state of that. Ooh. It's probably the original filter, it's probably never been done. Was a fucker last time, and it's going to be a fucker this time as well. So expand. Right, just going to get a cloth and clean that up. So just cleaned all of that out with a bit of brake cleaner and some kitchen roll. Got a genuine high flow Filtro filter. So I'm going to put the filter in. Use a bit of old oil. Put it around a bit of rubber. That sits there like that, the spring will be pushing on that. Right, I'm going to do that off camera because it's an absolute... So, we just filled the bike up with oil, just to the top of the hash line. which is where it should be. Now we started the bike just to circulate the oil, get it warm again, then check it, as it will go down. Everything's done, rechecked the oil, adjusted the brake, done the chain, both brakes working, number plate's done. We straightened the forks too, so yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Leave a like, leave a comment if you enjoy this kind of video, let me know, and subscribe if you want more content. Thanks for watching.